Welcome back to the Myth series in depth. Once again, we are back within the Tane where we will get to fight against the Summoner. In this mission, I will show you how to really abuse the Deceiver's binding dream spell. Here is the journal for this mission.
Monday, April 20th, inside the Tane. Once we were inside the Tane, the Deceiver explained its importance and what we must do here. I must admit I was somewhat distracted, however. This place is wholly outside of my experience. The air is cool and very dry and has a metallic taste. There are sections of cave wall that merge seamlessly with emptiness. Looking into these voids brings on feelings of nausea, and I cannot shake the feeling that we are being watched. The Tane was supposed to be the final resting place of the Myakridia, but the Summoner has been inside the shattered artifact for 5 months now, slowly resurrecting their entire race. To think of it makes me shudder. And even now the Myakridia spread across the province like fire across a dry field, leaving death and blackened ruins in their wake. We must stop him now. By all accounts, Soulblighter butchered the entire population of Strand looking for the Summoner. How he knew where to look for him, or even how, is unclear. It is obvious that Soulblighter did not have access to the Total Codex. If he did, it would have led him right to the man. Instead, he tortured and killed nearly every living soul within 3 weeks' travel of that ill-fated city before finding him. The Deceiver has brought us here to kill the Summoner. The ruin he will bring about if allowed to remain alive is unconscionable. This alone dictates that he must die.
There is a journal image showing the Deceiver and Huron guards within the Tane. Notice how the journal says that sections of the cave walls merge into nothingness. In this mission, we can actually see what the narrator is talking about. This is likely areas within the Tane that ceased to exist once the Tane was shattered. This begs the question that if Soulblighter has a different piece of the Tane shard with him that he brought the Summoner into, are the two Tane shard worlds somehow connected? The answer seems to be yes, since we do in fact encounter the Summoner in this mission. Small parts of the world seem to have been lost, however. Perhaps this is why the Avatar of Mergen died when he destroyed the Tane shard. There is a journal image showing the Summoner with his Myakridia around him. The Summoner is holding some sort of object that seems to be the source of some of his magical abilities. The Summoner in this game is shrouded in mystery. By the time I am done explaining everything we know about him, you will probably have more questions about him than answers. There is a journal image showing the Myakridia that the Summoner summons running across the landscape beneath the moon. How in the world did the Summoner raise these Myakridia back to life? Does he have some sort of magical powers to bring back the dead? We will come back to this in a bit after the mission. The journal mentioned that the Summoner has been inside the Tane for 5 months now, resurrecting the Myakridia. How does the journal narrator know this? If we go back 5 months from April 20th, it would be around November 20th. The journal entry for the Gate of Storms was on October 10th. This is likely where the journal writer is getting this date, even though it is 1 month off. But wait a minute, was this really the first date the Myakridia appeared to us? That is right, the first time we hear about the Myakridia is actually in the prologue. This throws a wrench in the narrator's time as Anders' story occurred before the game begins. This would mean that the 5 months is really actually wrong by at least a few months. The first journal in the game is on August 25th, which is 8 months ago instead of 5. The journal tells us that Soulblighter butchered the entire town of Strand looking for the Summoner. There is a journal image showing him and the Dark Forces. Soulblighter looks very determined. He killed every soul within a week's travel of the city looking for the Summoner. There is another journal image showing the Summoner about to kill a captured villager who he was likely torturing. Perhaps this villager knew something about the Summoner's whereabouts. If all this occurred prior to Myth 2 Soulblighter beginning, it might make sense that the Legion didn't know about it because he literally killed every person in the village. It would likely take weeks before people realized something was definitely wrong there. It might make sense the Ender story occurs somewhere around Forest Heart or Strand in this scenario then. If this is the case, the prologue likely occurs very shortly before Myth 2 Soulblighter begins. The narrator tells us that Soulblighter did not have access to the Total Codex and therefore did not know where to look for the Summoner. The Summoner's flavor text talks about how the Legion read about the Summoner in the Codex. I opened the Codex and read about the life of a man not yet born, who would resurrect the Macridia and visit horrors on a world without equal in history or myth. How did Soulblighter even know that the Summoner existed then? It seemed that bringing back the Macridia may have been the main part of Soulblighter's plan to destroy the province. It would make sense for him to find the Summoner early then. Perhaps the journal narrator is wrong about Soulblighter never having had access to the Total Codex. Maybe, just maybe, he read about the Summoner in the Total Codex before he became known as a fallen lord by the name of Soulblighter. Reading the Total Codex tells the fate of all creatures. However, reading the Total Codex also changes fate. The Legion wouldn't have known about the Summoner and wouldn't have known to come looking for him without the Total Codex. Only because of the Total Codex do we have a chance to destroy the Summoner and defeat Soulblighter. And likely, only because of the Total Codex was Soulblighter able to bring the Macridia into the world. Now let's jump into this mission and show the Summoner that he is no match for the Deceiver. The Tane is filled with obstacles and traps. You'll need dwarves and the Deceiver to get through. Keep him alive. Find and kill the Summoner. Right. So we're gonna have our forces teleport in. There they all are. We got 3 doors. I knew that. Got some bowmen. Got some Huron guards, and of course we got the Deceiver himself. So this is pretty straightforward. We just gotta start down here. You can see here's the void. So likely was created when the team shattered. We're gonna start up here, and there's gonna be a bunch of mercs up here. And we got some barrier that we gotta throw these orbs into it. There's one in the corner that the mercs and fetch are having trapped, and we gotta throw it in here to open up this barrier that we gotta go through. So we get our forces ready. Get our forces ready to face these Macridia. So we're gonna. I didn't practice this a lot, but what we're gonna do is we're gonna have some fun in this mission, alright, guys? These kind of Macridia run back, and there's a couple fetch, and they want to stay back here. We're gonna have some fun though in this mission. We're gonna try to make a challenge of converting every fetch within this mission. It's gonna make the game level extremely easy, and it's also gonna be pretty entertaining. I hope you guys will like it. I practiced this mission like, I don't know, like a couple times. I didn't practice it a lot because I found this strategy, it's not that difficult. You'll see. So these forces want to come towards you. Eventually they'll turn around and retreat, but...
New units received.
See, I think we can capture a few, so we'll just send this Huron guard back, and we'll take this Macridia, and we'll use it. I think we can capture maybe one more before we can before they'll come on and attack us. So we'll take another one for sure.
New units received.
Don't worry, they won't stay here. There we go. So we got another Macridia. We can keep him back here. He'll help defend these doors when they rush us. So I think we can take one more guy and then they'll charge us. And then we're going to try to take these fetch. So this might be a little tricky. Let's see how we do. Again, like I said, I didn't practice this a lot, so I have a good strategy, but I haven't necessarily like perfected everything.
New units received.
I'm pretty sure they're gonna charge. Yep, here they come. Okay, we're good here. So now what I'm going to try to do is, let's see if I have enough space. I'm going to save right here. So I'm going to try to... nope, that wasn't going to work. Okay, we got to try this rush again. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get close enough to fetch that they won't shoot back. We'll try it one more time.
New units received.
And also these fetched tend to choose one target. We'll just bring this McCurdia back. That's what we'll do. Okay, you see, he's chasing one of these guys. Probably chasing this guy. So we're gonna put all these guys back in this corner. Keep the deceiver chasing these guys. But he's probably chasing... Let's see who he's chasing. Is he chasing this guy? No, it looks like he's chasing this guy. Yeah, okay, so let's get all these guys out of here. And we're gonna put this guy right back behind this thing. I think this thing will block him. So, you know, they're becoming very focused on this one McCurdia for some reason. I don't know why the programming is like this. But if he's behind here, they probably won't shoot him. Thought it was that thing. Okay, maybe I was thinking the wrong thing. Maybe it was... I know there was something I hit him behind. Oh, maybe it was this thing. Let's try this. Oh, you know what we could do? You could just trap him in. Oops, I meant to stop him. I meant to stop him, I swear. Let's try that again. We can get this. No, don't shoot. How can I just stop him to tell them to stop shooting while they're moving? It's not really a good way to do that. No. I don't want you to do that.
Ready.
No.
New units received.
So now we're gonna keep him close so that he can't shoot this guy. This will get easier as the game goes on. So now he's just gonna get stuck in the corner. It took a little while, but I got it.
New units received.
There we go. Now we can heal that guy up. Okay, so when we open up this barrier, there's gonna be some guys that come through. We'll keep those guys back in for now. We gotta get ready to take on the... He's gonna be fetching the fetch. So what we gotta do is we gotta place some satchels. Okay, we're ready. So now we gotta, I gotta go get this. So we're gonna have a bunch of McCurdy come through, then we're gonna have a couple more fetch.
Make up your mind. Make up your mind. Okay.
Oh, don't spread out, Mercuria. You bad boys. That's not gonna work. That's gonna go very bit poorly. Let's get these guys a little bit more in the corners. They kind of run into these satchels a little better.
Stand clear.
Well, don't shoot each other.
Oh yeah.
New units received.
Okay, there's that. Okay, so we want to lay one more group of satchels. We won't use these fetched yet. Okay, we're gonna go fetch some more Mercuria. Then we're gonna have so many fetched that we won't use our doors anymore. It's gonna be so awesome with how many fetch we get. Actually, I click one of my units and then instead of clicking him down here. Alright, where's the fetch at? We need these fetch. There they are. So let's get him.
New units received. New units received.
Okay. Okay, we're getting towards the, we got a good amount of fetch. Our doors are becoming obsolete. Watch these fetch tear apart these Mercuria. I don't have quite as many as I want yet, but it's getting pretty good. It's getting there.
Casualty.
Let's try again. Let's try that again. I could use my doors too. Maybe I need to.
Ready.
These guys have fire arrows. They don't really work within the cave though. Like, I'll show you what I mean. We shoot all these fire arrows at them. It won't burn the ground at all. There we go. That's the lightning I was looking for. Just mass chaos. So now we got 2 more fetch. Look at our fetch army. Might as well grab this real quick. There's another one we gotta grab. We don't really need these archers either. We don't want them shooting our fetch. It's probably just best just to have our forces ready like this. The summoner's ready to go convert some fetch. So here's where we gotta put the key on our way to the summoner. There's some more Mercurian fetch down here. There's also a bunch of cave spiders. Now sometimes, I'm not sure why, sometimes they'll kill all the cave spiders for you, and I don't really know what triggers that, you know what I mean? It just happens sometimes. Let's heal up the deceiver real quick, in case we need his health to get these guys.
New units received.
There we go. I don't have 2 guys to focus on. I can go a lot faster. Did I save it already? Let's just save it in case on my way back somebody dies. I think there's a couple more fetch we can get. We really don't need them. I mean, we got a lot of fetch now. Let's just leave our archers indoors here for now. I'm gonna take care of these gonna come out here, we'll take care of these spiders. And there's I think there's a few more fetch in the corner. Yeah, there's the last group in the corner. We're almost done converting. Oh, now they're attacking them too. Oh, I see. Is once they start attacking, they'll attack them too. Is that fetch gonna die? That'd be pretty funny. Now let's keep them back like right. Let's keep them back like right here, because we want to create some distance between their between the mercs and their fetch. And these fetch are gonna die fast. I mean, the McCurdy are gonna die fast.
Received.
Okay, let's get all these guys back, and let's start getting these fetch.
New units received.
Okay, now we got all these units. Okay. Okay, I'll explain what I'm doing in a minute. I already grabbed this orb, right? Yeah, we already grabbed the orb. Does this have the orb? Okay, you don't have the orb, so you can go grab this orb down here. Because once we grab this, once we open this door, a bunch of cave spiders are going to come. So that's why I kind of have this little semicircle. So there's just all these guys stop. You stop. You stop. Actually, you go heal him real quick. Oh, this guy doesn't have a herb. You do, huh? Your pathing is bad. You're really a dumb here on guard, aren't you? Okay, I don't know which two of these guys have the orbs or the keys. I'm just gonna bring them over here, and these guys are gonna have to book it when they open it. Come on, dwarf. Alright, here comes the spiders. Maybe not. Maybe I have to actually go through the door. I thought they just came through. Maybe I went close to the door last time when I tried this. I don't know. There are some spiders in here, though. There they are. Are they coming? Well, I guess they're not like alerted to my presence, which could mean. Let's kill one of them and see what happens. Yeah, they seem to be coming now. There they come. There's a lot of them too, so that's why I created this little like shape, so that if they come from whatever side, they can shoot him. They tend to want to come around us, you kind of see that? Oh, it's joyous. So much joy. I'm so happy with myself. Okay, now we're gonna grab this crystal. Because this is very important. So... we don't really need these. We're not gonna even use the bowman and the doors. So remember these things that glowed in Myth the Fallen Lords, and we could like activate one, but not step too close, and then it would turn off the others? Well, there's no other ones to use. So basically, the Deceiver's got to have this crystal. And there's really, the game really doesn't tell us anything about it, but you can see he kind of just absorbs the lightning and he doesn't take damage. So now we can go through it. Now, the Deceiver's up here, or the Summoner is up here. I didn't notice the shadow before. Kind of creates this like diamond shape on the ground around him after it explodes so much. Oh well, here's the Summoner summoning. He's gonna be summoning his mimics. But little does he know that we got an army of fetch. We're gonna bring the Summoner back, and you'll see why. I want to just have the Summoner come up here. Hey! Say hi to this. Say hi to the... Seems that the fetch are being pretty dumb. Okay, go activate this thing again. We might as well let our melee destroy some of these guys. So you can see, we'll watch him. You can see he'll resurrect some Recrutia. He picks up these kind of skulls on the ground, and then he brings about a Recrutia. And then I'll show you his other ability. Eventually he runs out of skulls and stops being able to resurrect him. So you see we can attack him. But you can see he can transfer all our units. And they appear down here. So we like teleported them away. Just pretty interesting if you ask me. So now let's take him out with our fetch. Or we could just bring our melee back and go after him again. I mean... I don't really care that I'm hurting myself because they're gonna kill him. There we go. And here's like the kind of portal that the Mercuria that we're going through. These crystals stop shooting and the Deceiver just disappears. All our units disappear. And that's how you beat the level and gain... How many fetch do we have? Oh, 15, there it is. I don't know why it's taking me so long to figure it out. So yeah, that took me a while. I hope you guys liked it and found it worthwhile to watch, but I definitely won't make most of my missions take this long. That one was just a special one. I just wanted to show you something kind of fun, so hope you guys liked it. The windscreen shows the Deceiver and fellow Legion forces coming out of the Tane right into Soulblighter's forces. It seems we have been trapped. Is it possible that Soulblighter placed the Tane shard within Forest Heart in order to trap the Deceiver? Or perhaps we just went in one Tane shard and out another? The real question is, how will the Legion escape this predicament? The lost screen shows the Mercuria taking the heads of the dead Legion soldiers and placing them into the skull platform pile. The interesting thing is that we can see the sun in the background, so this is not the same skull pile that we see within the mission. Now let's return to the question of how the Summoner brings about the Mercuria. I have seen theories that the Summoner uses the Mercuria skulls to resurrect the Mercuria. In the mission there is a Mercuria skull pile, but remember, these are likely not Mercuria skulls, but the skulls of those that the Mercuria killed. Take a look back at the Smiths of Mirthemne journal.
Tradition tells us almost nothing of the Mercuria, save for the horrible skull platforms they would build from the severed heads of their enemies. We found one of these a few hours ago, 30 feet high and 100 feet across, each skull arranged with a mad precision that was terrifying to behold. Many of the skulls were human, or at least humanoid, but among these were others which were certainly not, whose shapes and curves I have tried to forget ever since.
In the take files, the Summoner does have an item in his inventory called the Summoner's Skull. They are under his ammo tag. The skulls all around the Deceiver on the ground are also called Summoner Skulls in Loathing. Perhaps these skulls are somehow related to his powers. In the mission, we see that the Summoner can transport the Legion troops back behind the lightning barrier. Perhaps the Summoner is merely transporting the Mercuria to him from various areas within the Tane. We can see there is an exit portal just behind the Summoner, so it would make sense that he merely transports the Mercuria to him and then they exit in the portal. If that is the case though, why didn't the Legion forces face the Mercuria when we were trying to escape it in Myth the Fallen Lords? And also, why didn't any of the Mercuria escape the Tane when it was shattered during the Great War? Well, we could ask the same question about the cave spiders. It might make sense that all the Legion forces were located in a nearby area within the Tane, since they were all captured in a short time frame of each other, and therefore, when they broke the Tane, only those creatures that were in the vicinity were able to escape. That is the best I can come up with. Any other thoughts on this? I could try to discuss the crystal keys and the lightning repellent crystal and the barrier blocking our path, but in reality, there isn't much in the game to tell us about these things. These could have been devices that the dwarves built when they made the Tane Shard, but who really knows? The lightning towers are the same ones as from the Myth the Fallen Lords mission, the Smiths of Mirthemne. In fact, the portal behind the Summoner is also the same. I won't repeat what I said about these objects from that video. Some people theorize that the Legion passed this mound of skulls in Myth the Fallen Lords, where the game discusses grabbing the Mercuria standard. I really don't see why this couldn't be a possibility. There are some unused sound files in the take files that have a short dialogue between the Deceiver and the Summoner. At least I didn't see any way for these sound files to be played.
Insolent whelp! Your deeds gather to you not glory but suffering and death! You dare threaten me? Here?
Well, that is it for this mission. Let me know if you are more confused about the Summoner than you were before. Where did he come from? How does his spells work? How did Soulblighter find him? Tell me what you think in the comments. In the next mission, we will have to find a way to escape from the Summoner's forces in A Murder of Crows.